Hi everyone, so today I'm back with a new video and I'm going to be doing a full face using Temu makeup. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Temu, it is pretty much like an AliExpress and eBay, like all thrown into one, where you can pretty much find everything. I have an addiction of shopping on Temu and I have so many different, like they have really great quality clothing. Like I bought a lot of my workout clothes from there. I bought pretty much like the majority, about 40% of my wardrobe at the moment is from Temu. So, you know what? And the thing is, like, I love affordable makeup. Like you guys seen in my last video, my Dollar Tree makeup tutorial. I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I want to do a full face of Temu makeup. So I went and I placed an order. I placed actually several orders. If you guys can see, like, this bag is packed full of makeup. So I wanted to sit down. I want to sit down and give my thoughts on these products because you know what? I love affordable makeup. And when it comes to ordering products online, you never know what you're going to receive. And I know that they are known for copying a lot of more popular brand name items and creating like their own version of it, so I did a lot of my research and I have found a lot of products that were pretty much like they ripped it off. But if you guys are interested in what I ordered and to see my impression on all of this makeup here from Temu, please continue to keep on watching. Make sure to please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and without further ado, let's get into it. So here is the bag. As you guys can see, this bag is packed like I can barely even like everything. I'm just gonna like start dumping everything out to show you guys exactly what I bought because I went nuts on Temu. Like I bought so many products and let me just show you guys. Like look at it, just never ending amounts of products right here in this bag. Like, just take a look at how much stuff I ordered. So I can let's just show you briefly what I ordered. I ordered this Stay Matte foundation, which is supposed to be a ripoff of Rimmel London Stay Matte foundation. So I definitely wanted to pick this one up. I got this Glow Wand from Charlotte, a dupe of Charlotte Tilbury's Glow Wand, the cream bronzer. I picked this up because I definitely had to try this. This eyeshadow palette. This is also a dupe of L'Oreal's powder foundation, which is by Romantic Flower. So I definitely had to pick this one up. I found this really cool diamond-shaped, what's it called? Liquid eyeliner. So I wanted to try that. Lip liners, eyebrow pencils, liquid liners. I found this. This is supposed to be a dupe of... They pretty much copied the packaging of Rare Beauty. This is a lip gloss. So look at the packaging. It's like a pretty much, they copied that. Lip liner, 2 different concealers. I picked up a sponge. I have some powder puffs. What is this? Also an eyeliner. 2 different setting powders. These are 2 different setting powders I picked up. A highlighter. This is supposed to be a ripoff of Maybelline's Great Lash. This is called Impact. Lots of lashes, which the original Maybelline, I used to use that one all the time, so I definitely can compare that. A contour stick, setting spray, this little brow kit. What else do we have here? This concealer, and this concealer is supposed to be a ripoff of Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind. Look at it, it's the same exact packaging. Picked that up. I got these lashes, and then I also, my friend Gabby actually bought me these rainbow makeup brushes. So this is everything that I ordered off of Temu, which we have a lot to get into, so without further ado, let's get into it. So, and before we get started, I want to say, a lot of these products that I am going to experiment with today, I looked back on the app, and a lot of them have been discontinued. So I'm not going to be able, unfortunately, to list everything, but like the majority of these things, if you type it in, you'll be able to find it. So, starting off, I bought this sponge. I'm going to list all the prices of everything at the top of the screen. So I bought this beauty sponge right here. Here's what it looks like. And I know when it comes to beauty sponges, like I tend to stay away from them because they are not usually the best quality. And this one, honestly, it looks like a pretty much beauty blender, but it does feel a little bit hard. So I'm going to go quickly and damp this underwater. And let's go see if this becomes a little bit softer. Okay, so I have my water running. So let's see if dampening it will make this a little bit thicker because at the moment, this sponge does feel pretty hard. So I'm hoping that the more that I soak this in the water, it will, yeah, it's definitely getting bigger. Like you can see, it's getting bigger. It does feel a lot squishier now, but I'm just going to like pretty much like fill this up with as much water as I possibly could. But yeah, it does feel a lot softer. So hopefully it will apply my foundation without any issues. Okay, so starting off with foundation, I have 2 different ones. So this one right here is by the brand Lang Mani. So, and this, it says concealer, but I saw online that you can also use it as foundation. So I have shade number 2 and number 4. And I'll show you the shades. They look a little bit off, so I don't know if I'm going to be using these, but this is what the shade number 2 looks like. This looks like it could actually work for my complexion. Like, I think I can make this work. And then this is shade number 4, which number 4 is definitely way too dark. Like, I'm definitely not going to be able to use this one, but look at how dark this one is. And then I also picked up this foundation right here. If you guys are not familiar, do you know what the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation looks like? This is a ripoff of it. This is by the brand Romantic Flower, and it is a full coverage mattifying foundation. It says a flawless finish. So I think for today, I'm going to start off with this one, and let's see if it is comparable to the one from Rimmel. I have not tested out the one from Rimmel in a really long time, so hopefully this one will be a close comparison to that. But for one thing, here's what the shade looks like. And I have the shade, I believe this was number 1. Yeah, this is shade number 1. And oh wait, I don't know about this. Hold on, this looks really orange. Like, should we really go in with this? But you know what? Let's just go with it. And if it's really bad, I'll just apply a little bit of the other one over top. So this looks like straight up yellow though, but we can hopefully make it work. And it definitely does smell very chemically scented. Like, this is it has a very strong scent to it. So if you are sensitive to scents and smells, you will definitely not like this. But I don't know how much coverage this gives, but I'm just going to pick it up on my sponge and let's start blending this in. And even though this sponge, it did get a lot bigger, it's still very, very rough. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but like, you can hear it pouncing against my skin. So it's definitely not a very comfortable sponge, especially not compared to what I am used to, but it will do for today's video. But so far, this foundation, it is blending out quite easily, but I don't know. I think this sponge is actually soaking up a lot of it, because there's really not much coverage at all. Like, I do not see pretty much any coverage. If you guys can see, like, there's pretty much no coverage. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of the Lang Mani one, and I'm going to take some of this, and let's just apply this to my skin. So hopefully this will be, oh yeah, this is you know what, this shade is a lot more of a gray tone. So, I mean, hopefully, maybe this will make the other shade, like, if they're mixed together, maybe it'll look a little bit better. But yeah, the shade, that's the one thing about when you're ordering products from these websites, is that you really don't know what you're going to expect, especially when it comes to shade ranges. I know that they tend to cater to either like really, really, really pale complexions, and I know like they do not realize that not everybody has the same skin tone. You know what I mean? But let's just start blending this one in, and this shade definitely looks really gray. Okay, so for what I can say, this one is terrible. Do not pick this one up. The color was awful. It's like straight up yellow, and it pretty much had like no coverage. I do not like this one at all. But this one did a way better job at covering. Left a really nice finish, radiant finish to my skin. Even though the undertone is a little bit too gray, I still prefer the finish way better. And this sponge is like, it's not the worst sponge, but it's definitely not the best. It's definitely a little bit too firm for my taste, but it's okay. We will move on next to concealer. And this is from the brand Dim Show. And this is their Lasting Correcting Concealer. And I have the shade number 2. And if you guys wait until I open this, you guys will see exactly who they tried to dupe. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Like, this is the exact same packaging. It has the same sponge tip applicator and everything. So let's start by winding this up. And like I said, it was kind of hard picking a shade range online. Like, the shades were very limited. And let's just see. Is there anything coming out of this? Let's see. Hopefully this will be an okay concealer, because I really do like the original Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Okay, here comes the product right now. So I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand to see what kind of a color this is. And here is what that looks like right there. Oh yeah, this is going to work out hopefully pretty well. So I'm just going to apply some underneath my eyes. And let's just see the coverage of this. And oh yeah, this is going to be pretty light, but you know what? I think what I'm going to do, let's start off by applying one side at a time, and that's why we can see the coverage. And like I said, I'm not crazy about this sponge, but it will do for today's video. So let's just start by blending this underneath my eyes, and hopefully this will provide some more coverage, because like I said, both of those foundations did not provide that much coverage, so hopefully this concealer will be able to do something. But yeah, I was just so excited. I could not wait to sit down and film this video because this makeup has been sitting here for like a month now, and every time I place an order, like I kept adding more items to my cart. So tonight, I'm like, you know what, it might be like almost 9 o'clock at night, but I was determined on getting this video out for you guys, and so far the concealer is looking nice. Like it's blending out without any issues, and it doesn't have a strong scent like the foundation did. But here's the comparison. One eye with concealer and one eye without. Definitely am liking the finish. It looks a lot more of like a radiant finish, but I feel like that's good, especially with me considering that I have dry skin. But yeah, so far so good. Okay, you know what? I'm really impressed with this concealer. The only thing is I noticed like when I was blending it underneath my right eye, I felt like my eye was starting to get a little bit irritated. I don't know if it's due to my having my contacts in for so long, but like the sensation stopped right now, but it did have me worried a little bit. But I do honestly really like this concealer. Like it blended out nice and it's not creasing underneath my eyes. It did a really great job at just highlighting. So before I set my face, I have a couple of liquid products I want to experiment with. So I picked up this Hello Kiss shimmer stick, and this is a contour stick, and I have the shade number 9. I will show you guys what it looks like right here. Like I love this packaging, looks so cute online. Look at how adorable this is. Like this is like the cutest little packaging ever, and this looks like a really nice shade for contouring. If you guys can see, like this looks like my perfect shade. So I'm gonna do a swatch of this also onto the back of my hand, and oh yeah, look at that. That looks like a perfect contour shade. So I'm going to start by just sculpting out a little bit onto my cheek, and I don't know how pigmented that this is, so a little bit, hopefully like a little bit will go a long way. Like let's do like a little at a time, but this stick definitely feels pretty rough. And I also have, like I mentioned, I have all these brushes right here, but these all don't have like enough density to them. So just for this stuff, I'm going to be using my original foundation brush just to blend this in, because I feel like I know I love this brush and it pretty much works with like all of my cream and liquid products. So I wanted to just test it out with this stick right here, and so far, yeah, it's blending out nicely so far, and this looks like a really nice shade. Like this is my perfect, honestly, my perfect contour shade because it's not too warm, not too cool. It's like right in between. So let's just add a little bit more. I'm just going to apply it to both sides of my face at the moment. And you know, usually I should have done my eyebrows first, but it's okay. So I'm just going to drag some down my nose, and let's just see how this blends out on the sides of my nose. And like I said, the shade looks pretty good. This does have a scent to it. Like it smells very, very perfume. Like it has like a floral scent to it. Like I said, a lot of these products are heavily scented. So if you are sensitive to smells, I don't know how you would get on with these products, but considering that I'm pretty much used to heavily scented products, like it's not really an issue for me. But these are definitely heavily fragranced. So just be warned before you place your order. If you are sensitive to smells, like these are very, very fragranced. So, you know, I applied a little bit more, and you know, this product, like it blends out better with a sponge, but I feel like once you use the sponge though, it is soaking up the product. Like, as you guys can tell, like it's pretty much now it's like disappearing. I'm not in love with this stick. I just feel like it's not really doing much. And like I said, now that I use a sponge, like it's pretty much just like soaking it all up, and it's not the easiest to blend. So I would say skip on that contour product. I'm not honestly that wild about it. But next, one of the products that I was most excited to test out for you guys is obviously, look at this packaging. What does this remind you of? Charlotte Tilbury. This is their contour wand. Honestly, they ripped it off. This is by the brand what is the brand called? Kiss Beauty, and is their multi-functional makeup pen. And I have the shade number 2. Wait until you guys see what this looks like once I take this out of the package. Like, it is an exact replica of the Charlotte Tilbury wand. Like, just look at that. Look at that packaging. It is identical. So, this is a bronzer. And I'm going to squeeze some of this out. And let's see the comparison of the shade next. What? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I forgot this was the blush. Shit, I thought I bought a bronzer. This was the blush. Damn, I totally forgot. That looks like a really pretty color though, but I totally forgot that this was the blush. It's okay. You know what? Let's just apply it right now while I have this out. Because even though I didn't powder my face yet, let's just do it right now. And if I have to add more, I will. I'm going to start off with like a little bit like that. And let's quickly start to blend this in. Let's see if this is highly pigmented at all. But I swear I thought that was a bronzer. I'm like, what the hell today? I'm like doing things in reverse today. I don't even have my eyebrows on yet, but So far, oh yeah, look at this is really, really nicely pigmented. Like, wow, this is blending out pretty much with no effort. Like, oh, really, really nice. Like, this blends out. I never tested out the original ones from Charlotte Tilbury, but for this being so inexpensive, like, look at how nicely that blended. It definitely has more of a radiant finish to it, but I'm loving this color. Like, I'm very surprised at how quickly that blended out. Like, look at that. I'm going to apply like a little bit more. Let's just see if we can build up the intensity, but so far this product is definitely getting a 10 out of 10 rating for me because I love the color. I love the formula of it. This is, again, very heavily fragrance, but like I said, once it's so far back on your cheeks, like I thought you were going to be able to smell it throughout the day. But yeah, this is definitely impressing me. Like, looks very, very nice on my skin. Okay, and I am absolutely in love with this product right here. Like, this blended beautifully onto my skin. Like, I had no problem with this blending. The color is beautiful. It left the most gorgeous shine behind. I am in love with this. Like, I am definitely going to be picking up more shades of this. Amazing. Like, I'm absolutely in love. So, before I do my eyebrows, I want to quickly set my skin. So, I actually picked up two different powders. One is from the brand July Star. And I picked this one up because if you look at the packaging, it looks like pretty much identical to the Coty Airspun, and that is why I wanted to pick it up. And I have the shade number 1 in this powder. And then I also picked up this one from the brand called Giacomo. I can't even say this, but I'm like butchering this right now. Where is it even listed on here? I can't even find it, but this is what this powder looks like right here. Giacomo, I don't know, I don't want to like butcher this, but, and I picked up the shade number 2, and this one said it is a Clear Silk Smooth Makeup Setting Honey Powder. And then I also, these came with an order, I got these for free, these powder puffs. So I think for today's video, even though both those powders come with their own puffs, I think for today's video, I want to go in with one of these. I don't like to really tend to set my makeup with these puffs, so I just feel like they're not the greatest, but because considering that I have dry skin, I think I'm going to use the pink one for today's video because these look like really, really cute. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one by the brand Giacomo, and you can see it comes with its own little puff. I'm going to dump some of this one out into the lid right here, and I'm going to set my face with this one because I feel like this tone, like the other one is a little bit too light. So I feel like if I just take a little bit of this one, and let's just start by setting my skin. And I watched actually a review of this powder of a fellow YouTuber that tested out this powder, and she said that it was actually really, really nice quality. So I found it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's test it out for myself because lately I have been on a kick of purchasing powders. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I can't get enough powder recently, but oh yeah, it is definitely blurring out my skin because that's exactly what she said, that it does a great job at blurring the skin and just smoothing everything out. And you can tell, like, it is immediately taking away the shine from both of those foundations, which is a great thing. And this puff, these puffs, it feels really, really nice on my skin. Like, so far, so good. And wow, look at that. Look at that. That is blurring out everything. Like, I can't even believe how nice this is blurring out my skin right now. I'm going to take a little bit more powder down my nose and just watch how it immediately takes away all of the excess shine. And oh yeah, this is really nice. Like, I cannot even barely feel this on my skin, but look at how great it did. Look at the comparison of how shiny my under eyes are, and look at how nicely, even though it's matte, it doesn't feel matte, and it just did a great job at setting my skin. Like, I'm beyond impressed. Okay, and then I'm going to take the powder from the brand July Star, and I'm going to set my under eyes with this one, because considering that it is a lot whiter, it'll give my eyes a nice highlighted effect, and I'm loving that other powder. Like, I was not expecting it to be that good, but it did an amazing job at setting my face. Like, it definitely created like a blur, and let's just see how this one does. And considering that this is like really white, like, holy shit, wait a second here. Hold everything, hold on. Let me just take like a small amount. Like, I was not expecting it to be that white. I'm not trying to ruin my makeup completely, but let's just try to evenly distribute this without making it me look cray-cray right now. But both of these powders, like, I don't know how they formulated both of these, but they immediately just like blur my skin. Like, my skin looks pretty much flawless in person right now. And especially that first powder, like, I don't know what was in that first powder, but it did an amazing job at setting my skin. But so far, so good. Yeah, I'm loving both of these powders, honestly. Okay, so next we move on to eyebrows. So I picked up this Fairy Girl Designing Fashion Eyebrow Kit. Look at how adorable this packaging is. Like, I am obsessed with this packaging. It reminds me of like when I was a kid. Do you remember the game Pretty Pretty Princess? Like, that game brings back so many nostalgic memories. And this is what this packaging reminds me of. But here is what the brow powder looks like right here. It comes with this little tiny brush, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we can test it out, but I'm not that sure about it. And then I also picked up this eyebrow pencil right here. And this is by the brand My Only Gold Bars Eyebrow Pencil. And I picked up the shade number 2. It comes with the spoolie. And then it also has this very, very small tip eyebrow pencil, which is great for defining my eyebrows. So what I'm going to do, I guess, you know what? I guess we can use this little tiny brush. I'm going to dip into, probably like we'll start off with the shade in the middle. And let's see how pigmented that this product is. So let's start off by filling in my brows. And yeah, you know what? I can tell right off the bat I'm not going to like that brush. Forget about it. I'm going to actually just use one of these brushes I found from the kit. So let's go back into that powder. And let's start by filling my eyebrows in with that, because that brush has already immediately felt so flimsy. And I'm not going to be able to get the results that I'm looking for when a brush is not performing like that. So the only downside about when it comes to products like this is that they don't come with a spoolie. So I'm just going to be using the spoolie that's on the back of this eyebrow pencil. But yeah, so far so good. This powder is blending nicely through my brows. Okay, then let's dip into this darker shade right here. Let's just see if we can bring a little bit more dimension. But so far, this powder is applying perfectly onto my eyebrows. Like, I have no complaints. And I think once I actually use my everyday brow brush, I feel like I would like this a lot better. But the color is like pretty much spot on for my hair color at the moment. And yeah, I'm loving it. I feel like it's a nice powder, very smooth formula. Like, doesn't have like a lot of kickback or anything like that. It is a little bit more warm tone, though, I could say, that I'm used to, but I feel like we can definitely make this work. I feel like it's like if I just take a little bit more of this darker shade, just blend it through the front of my brows, I think it'll make things a little bit more cohesive with how I like my eyebrows to be a little way more cool tone. So this is pulling a little bit reddish, but like I said, we will be able to make it work. So I'm just going to quickly brush this through my brows. But yeah, so far it is working really, really well. So you know what? Now I'm going to go in with this pencil. And let's just see. And by the way, it's like a little angled pencil. So let's just see if I could define my eyebrows with this. And I feel like this pencil is going to be really great because since the point of it is so small, like, yeah, you can see, look at it. It's like already doing a great job at defining. And this brow pencil is the cheapest product that I purchased in this whole entire video. So the fact that it is performing this well, like the color is definitely showing up. And yeah, I'm loving this formula. And you know what? It's actually bringing a lot more of a cool tone to my brows, which I was looking for. So yeah, this is performing really, really well. Like, I'm honestly super impressed with the way that this is applying. Another thing that I love the most about this, considering that the tip is so small, and it is more of a, it's definitely more of like a waxy formula, but it's still not very creamy. And that's what I actually love about it, because, you know, like when brow pencils are, when they're too creamy, like I feel like they just tend to like get everywhere. But this one is like a perfect consistency. Like, look at that. That looks so, so good. Like, okay, and I can say that I am in love with the brow powder, in love with the brow pencil, especially the brow pencil. Like, this surprised me more than anything. For being the cheapest product I have tested out in this video, this brow pencil is amazing. I'm definitely going to be ordering backups for the price of this. Love it, love it, love it. So the next to set my eyebrows, I bought this Fluff Hold Laminating Brow Wax. Now, this brow wax, I have experimented with this previously, and I actually absolutely love this product so much. Like, this is amazing. This is what the packaging looks like right here. Super sleek. This does such an incredible job at holding your brows in place. Like, this is recommended by, again, a fellow YouTuber. And I'm telling you, once you apply this to your brows, you do not have to worry about them budging. Like, it does such an amazing job at just holding everything in place. Like, I've worn this brow gel going to the gym. Everything about it is just amazing, and it is well worth the hype that I heard about it, because I was not expecting to love it as much as I have, and I continuously have gone back to it. But yeah, it is an incredible, incredible brow gel for the price of it. Like, you would never believe that it could perform this well, but just love every single thing about it. Like, look at already how great it's making my eyebrows look. Okay, and then next to bronze up my skin, I picked up this Romantic Flower pressed powder. This is actually a pressed powder. It's supposed to be a dupe of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder. But you know what? I felt like, this shade will work really well for bronzer. So I'm going to be also using this brush right here, this big fluffy brush. So I'm just going to take this pressed powder, and hopefully I will be able to bronze up my skin with this. And there is pretty much a lot of kick up. I don't know if you guys can see, but definitely does have a lot of kickback. Like, the particles are flying in the air. But hopefully this will be a pretty decent shade for bronzing. Because when it came to bronzer, I wasn't really impressed with the options that they had available. So I'm like, you know what, let's just pick up this pressed powder, and hopefully we can make this work. But so far, I am loving the majority of everything that I am testing out in today's video. Like, especially that blush wand, and the powder has been, like, these powders I put on my skin, like, I have not seen my skin look this airbrushed in a really long time. And the fact that these are so affordable, like, I'm truthfully, like, beyond impressed. And so far, this is doing a pretty nice job at bronzing on my skin. It's a little bit more warm tone than I personally would go for, but like I said, we can make it work for today's video. And yeah, have you guys done any experimenting when it comes to purchasing makeup from Temu? Because I know a lot of people have mixed reviews about this website, but like I say, so far so good. Like, the majority of everything I'm testing out, I am pretty much in love with, and I was not expecting to love these products so much. But okay, the next for highlighter, I have this highlighter right here by the brand Mugleen. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but this is what this one looks like right here. I wish I would have bought a contour wand of a highlighter as well, because that blush impressed me so much. But for now, I have this powder highlighter, and here's what it's looking like right here. Definitely a lot more powdery, but hopefully we'll make it work. And I didn't have a fan brush in this set, so I'm just going to be using my own. This brush was like super cheap off of Amazon, so there's definitely a lot of kickback flying in the air right now. But let's just see if this brings any color payoff to the skin. And yeah, it definitely is showing up on my skin, but I don't know if you guys can see, but it's looking pretty textured. Like, I don't know if that's going to be picking up on camera, but it is definitely picking up a lot of my texture, which I'm not loving. Okay, so next we move on to eyes. So for eyeshadow, I picked up this eyeshadow quad right here from the brand Decaloo. This is what it looks like right here. I was just very drawn by these colors. I love more cool tones, and I also love blue eyeshadow, so I feel like these look really, really pretty. So I think for starters, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off by taking, I think, like this shade right here. And let's just start by applying this to the crease. And I'm not sure how powdery or pigmented that these are, but let's just start by blending these through my crease, because I feel like I want to do things a little bit differently in today's video, because I've been really drawn to doing like more of like a halo eye. But I feel like today I want to make things like a little bit more smoky and just bring this shadow like all over the lid. So I'm just going to start by blending this one through, and it's showing up, but this is a very light gray shade. So I feel like you just have to just build up this color. But okay, and this took like a lot of building, but what I just did, I just took this shade and pretty much just applied it to the inner corner of my eyes, because I feel like that's like the best way of making this one show up. So next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to dip into this darker gray shade right here, and let's start by applying this also through the crease. So hopefully this will show up a little bit more, because that one wasn't as pigmented, but I'm hoping that this one will show up a little bit better. And oh yeah, this is definitely starting to show up a little bit better. And like I said, the first thing I can notice with these shadows is they do not have, like, I am not experiencing pretty much like any fallout, which is a good thing. And they are definitely showing up on my eyes, like you can tell already. They are definitely showing up, which is very, very happy with that, because I wasn't sure what to expect with these eyeshadows. But the formula, these eyeshadows, they honestly feel pretty velvety going onto my eyelids, which I'm very happy with. So I'm just going to take this one, start by defining the outer corner of my eyes, and let's just continue to smoke through this through the crease. Okay, you know what, guys? I am really surprised. I am loving how these are applying to my eyelids, like very pigmented, and they're not looking patchy. So you know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to further go in with this blue shade right here, And let's just start by just applying this through my crease. Let's just bring a little bit more blue into this look. But I am shocked at how great that these are performing. Like, I was not expecting much out of this eyeshadow palette at all, because I read a couple mixed reviews on these eyeshadow palettes, but the fact that these are performing then a lot better than some drugstore eyeshadow palettes that I have experimented with. So far so good, and I'm loving these tones. Like, I love this kind of like grungy blue, little smoky look that we are going for today. And yeah, I can definitely see myself incorporating this into my everyday makeup routine because these are performing incredibly well. Like, okay, and then I want to take a little bit of this dark gray right here, and hopefully this won't ruin the look, but I'm just going to dip my brush into here, and these definitely do have some kickback, but I don't notice anything on my eyes. So what I'm going to do, I just want to pack this out onto the outer corner. So let's just bring a little bit more dimension to the outer corner. And like I said, so far so good. Like, I was not expecting much out of this eyeshadow palette, considering that these are so affordable, but they are exceeding my expectations. That just goes to prove you the show right there that don't judge a book by its cover or an eyeshadow palette by its cover for that nature, because I was not expecting them to perform this well, but they are doing a really great job. Like, loving this palette so far. Okay, so next I think I'm going to go in with, let's start off with this blue, like kind of like purpley blue shimmer right here. And I think what I'm going to do, I want to apply this one to kind of like right over the black. Let's just see if we can, this one will show up a little bit. And these ones do not feel that creamy, but I feel like we can still make it work. So let's just apply this right over the dark color. And you know what? I actually do have a setting spray. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shimmer shade and I'm going to apply it on my fingertip like this. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the setting spray and let's spray my finger. And let's see if that makes a difference now that the shadow has a little bit of moisture to it. Because I feel like these shimmer shades are kind of disappointing because they feel kind of powdery. And that didn't really make much of a difference, but it's okay. Because you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go into this silver shade right here. And let's pack this one on to the inner portion of my eyelid. Hopefully this one will be a little bit more pigmented, but I'm definitely more impressed with the mattes because I feel like the shimmers are not, they're just not really doing it for me. But okay, and yeah, the shimmers, they really do suck. They're really not good quality. Like, I did the best I could, like, but even setting them with setting spray, like, they just were not showing up. And I mean, the mattes really did perform well, but when it comes to the shimmers, they are not good quality, like, whatsoever. So pretty disappointing there, but what could you do? So next I'm going to move on to liquid eyeliner. So I picked up this liquid eyeliner by the brand Bobini. This is what it looks like right here. And I will also do a swatch on the back of my hand. So hopefully, oh yeah, this is like looking really, really black. So I'm just going to line my upper lash line with this liner. And hopefully it will be pigmented enough to apply over shimmers. So I know a lot of times some liners, they tend to skip. And this formula definitely does feel a little bit more, it has definitely more of a dry formula, but if it's long lasting and pigmented enough, I will not complain. I think I'm just for today, I think I'm just going to strictly just line my upper lash line. I don't think I'm going to do a wing today. Okay, and next for mascara, I was the most excited about testing this one out. I already applied it, but my camera was recording. But it is the Impact, what is it? Lots of Lashes Great Lash Mascara. Now, what is this mascara a complete ripoff of? Maybelline's Lots of Lashes Mascara. That was one of my all-time favorite mascaras when I first got into makeup. Like, look at the packaging of this. I can't believe they're able to get away with this. And look at the wand. It is absolutely identical. And I've already applied like one layer, but I definitely feel like it is comparable to the Maybelline one because it does a great job at not only separating, but it does an amazing job at building up the lashes. And this formula, it's a little bit more of like it has definitely more of like a wet formula to it, but it is not weighing down my lashes. And this is like the second layer that I am applying. It might be kind of hard to tell because I have this thick eyeliner on, but don't know if you guys can see, but it did a great job at separating my lashes. And yeah, so far so good. Like, I'm really impressed with this mascara. So next, I want to move on to false lashes. So I picked up this pack of false lashes right here. Like, I just love these ones. Even though they're a little bit more dramatic than what I'm used to lately, I trim these ones because I felt like when I placed these on my eye, they were going over my eyebrows. So I trimmed these down. So I'm going to apply these lashes. I don't have a lash glue from Temu. I forgot to buy that. But I have my own lash glue. I'm going to apply my lashes, and then I will be right back. Okay, and the lashes are on, and I'm just telling you, these lashes are humongous. Like, I trimmed them, and they are still touching, like, right underneath my eyebrows, and they actually feel kind of uncomfortable because they're touching my, like, right underneath my eyebrow, but I feel like they go well with this look. But I just wanted to show you guys this really quick. So I was pinching my falsies in with my natural lashes, and look at the mascara. That mascara is definitely not waterproof, and I would not suggest picking that mascara up, because if this happened for me, just like pinching my lashes together, and this mascara has been on my eyes for like 5 minutes now, so it should be dry. The fact that it is doing that, I'm like, yeah, no. That is not a good sign, and I can only imagine what would happen, like, if you're actually, like, out in the heat in the summer. Probably a hot mess. But I almost forgot that I picked up this product, by the way. It is by the brand Lock Love, whatever it's called. But it's like a diamond shimmer metallic eyeshadow and liquid eyeliner, I meant to say. Liquid glitter eyeliner. So I'm going to do a swatch of this on the back of my hand. I almost forgot to incorporate this, but it looks so beautiful. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to apply it like right underneath where I applied the black eyeliner, because I feel like this is a perfect product to do so. And I am not, ooh, this is really pretty. Like, I love liquid glitter eyeliner, so the fact that I spotted this one, I'm like, I definitely had to pick it up. And yes, it is definitely pigmented. It's showing up like pretty much immediately, and I feel like this is the perfect color for the eye look that we have going on today. And I feel like I needed just a little hint of something, so this is actually the perfect product, and the pigmentation is definitely there. Okay, and this, literally, this is amazing. I feel like I needed just a little bit of shimmer, and this applied beautifully. Like, I'm beyond impressed with this. So I applied that, and I also applied a little bit of this mascara to my bottom lashes, which was a mistake because I just looked down. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's already starting to transfer. So I do not like that mascara. I just feel like the formula is way too wet, and it doesn't dry, so I'm just not impressed with that. But next, for eyeliner, I picked up this black eyeliner right here. And this is from the brand, if I can get it out of the packaging. Temu's packaging is a little bit hard to open. Okay, and this is what the eyeliner looks like right here. This is by the brand Davis, and it is a waterproof protection lip and eyeliner pencil. And I just have the shade black. Here's what the pencil looks like right here. And I will do also a swatch of this, like right here. It feels really nice and creamy. And the pigmentation looks like it's really there. So I'm going to line my upper lash line with this pencil, and hopefully it will be pigmented enough. And, oh no, this does not feel good. This actually feels really stiff. I'm surprised because it felt really creamy when I applied it to the back of my hand, but underneath my eyes, it's definitely starting to poke and does feel pretty uncomfortable. And it's not very pigmented. I mean, it is covering up. It is blending it okay, but I can tell that it's not going to apply well on my lower lash line. So let's just try and let's see. You guys can see. Like, no, it is showing up, but I feel like it's not the blackest black eyeliner that I have experimented with. And look at that mascara. Like, it is pissing me off how bad it transfers. Like, I do not like that at all. Like, whatever you do, do not pick up that mascara. Unless you want to look like a raccoon by the end of the day. Not even like the end of the day, after like 5 minutes of applying your makeup, because I can just tell that this mascara is going to be a hot mess to take off. I feel like it's going to be like all over my face for the next like 3 days. But yeah, the eyeliner pencil isn't bad. Like, it did the job for today, but it's definitely not the most pigmented. Okay, and then next for my lips, I picked up this Face Secret lip liner. It says 24-hour waterproof and long-lasting lip liner. And I have, does this even have a shade name? I don't think this even has a shade name, but let me just open up the package, the pencil. The packaging, I meant to say, so I can show you guys what it looks like. Here's what it looks like right here. Let's see if there's a number on here. Oh, it's number L03 Taupe Pink. What the hell? Wait a minute. This, okay, I got worried there for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, there's nothing up here. It's a wind-up pencil, which are not one of my favorites. I'd rather much have a sharpenable pencil because I feel like these ones break pretty easy. But here's what that shade looks like right there. And to go along with this lip liner, I picked up this Stay Gloss matte lip gloss. Like, I don't understand what is a matte lip gloss, but okay, like a lot of times the companies come up with names like for their products. Like, I don't think they really think twice about the names because how is a lip gloss supposed to be matte? But okay, anyway. But just take a look at this. Tell me, what is this a complete ripoff of? Rare Beauty. Look at the packaging. Like, everything about this packaging is a complete ripoff. So this smells exactly like the fake Kylie lip kits back in the day. If you know, you're back in your 2016 days, you know what I'm talking about. It has that very artificial, kind of like a vanilla scent, but a little bit more sweet. But I feel like this tone is going to go great with the lip liner. So I'm going to apply this quickly off camera, and then I will be right back. Okay, and both of these lip products were awful. The lip liner was terrible. It felt very rough going onto my lips, like it was tugging my lips. I overlined my lips a little bit too much today, and it was pretty much impossible to clean up with concealer because once you apply this lip liner, it is pretty much impossible to just make. If you make a mistake, like, all I can say is it'll be a very hard time trying to correct it. Do not like this lip liner at all. And for this Stay Gloss, it says Stay Gloss. It is not glossy whatsoever. It's very dry and uncomfortable feeling on my lips. It's like a typical matte liquid lipstick, and the formula, yeah, I just do not like the formula. I love the color, but that's about as far as that goes. So finally, to set my face, I have this Dim Show Hydrating Makeup Setting Spray right here. And I actually already set my face, but I had to go back on camera and try to fix my lips. So I'm just going to like apply a little bit extra just in these areas right here, considering I already used the setting spray. But so far, the setting spray did a nice job at setting my makeup. The sprayer is a little bit too intense for my liking, but it does smell very good. It has like a very clean scent to this mist, and yeah. Okay, so here's how everything looks in better lighting. As you can tell, like, I really love the base products, and the concealer was amazing. The powder, both of those powders, especially the first one, like, it made my skin look poreless, and everything just looks so smooth. The lip color, like the lip products, I do love the color, but I just do not like the formula. Like, they feel very drying on the lips. I don't know if you can see it, but they're kind of like sticky. Look at, it's that typical very dry liquid lipstick formula. But I love the eyeshadow. Like, I feel like these eyeshadows, they really blended really well. The only thing is, I wasn't crazy about the shimmers, unfortunately, but the mattes performed really well. The eyebrow products were amazing. The eyelashes are beautiful. Even though they're a little bit too long, I still really do love how everything turned out. So now I'm going to quickly just take you guys and give my final thoughts on everything that we tested out today. Okay, now I want to give my final thoughts on everything I tested out today. So starting off with these makeup brushes, I love the quality of them. They're adorable. Look at how cute these are. Like, I love everything involving rainbows, obviously. And I just feel like they did a great job at not only applying my makeup, but the texture of them. They're very nice quality. Like, even though they're very affordable, they're very, very, very nice quality. And they did a great job at not only applying my bronzer, but they did a great job at applying my eyeshadow. So definitely recommend these. As for the makeup sponge, it was pretty decent quality. Not one of my favorites, but definitely not one of the worst. I'd probably rate it like a 5 out of 10. For the Stay Matte foundation, this was awful. I did not like the texture of it. Very runny, barely had any coverage, and the shade was pretty much yellow. I did not like this one whatsoever. Definitely skip on this. As for the Langmani, I can't even say it, but foundation, this one was way better. Even though the undertones were off, it definitely did a great job at evening out my complexion and definitely had more coverage and feels very lightweight on the skin. Like, I do not feel this whatsoever. So I would definitely recommend you guys picking up this one over that last one because the last one was awful. And for the Dim Show concealer, this concealer did an amazing job. Definitely provided like medium to full coverage. I would say more like high medium coverage, but it did an incredible job. It blended out beautifully. Looks smooth underneath my eyes, like very minimal creasing. Like I'm surprised that it has this minimal creasing, but as you can tell, I did use like I didn't really use that much concealer, and pretty much almost like a quarter of the tube is gone. But for the price, I mean, you can't beat it, and I feel like it did a great job of just highlighting and concealing everything. Like I definitely do enjoy that product. As for the contour stick, I did not like this contour stick whatsoever. I feel like it was just very rough on the skin, even though the color was nice. I just did not like the texture. I feel like it was kind of hard to blend, and just overall did not impress me. So I would say pass on this one as well. As for the blush contour, the blush wand, this is amazing. Probably one of my favorite products I tested out in this whole video. The color, not only is the shade beautiful, the texture of this applied beautifully onto my skin. Very pigmented, a little bit goes a long way. Very buildable. It did not remove any of my other base products under here. So this product, I tell you guys, go out. If you can find this on the website, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. I promise you, it is amazing. And next for both of these powders, this powder in particular, the one from Giacomo, this one is amazing. It blurred out my skin beautifully, set my makeup in place. Like my skin looks pretty much poreless, and it is all due to this powder right here. So this one, if they still have this available, I'm not sure if they do, but it is definitely worth the hype. As for the July Star Loose Face Powder, I like this one as well, but the only thing was this was a little bit too bright, but I just feel like you have to use like a little amount of this because it can get like very overwhelming if you apply too much. I feel like it'll give you that whole flashback look, like that was really popular back in like 2016 days, but overall it also did a great job at setting my makeup. Next for the pressed powder, which I use for bronzer, I feel like this did a really nice job at bronzing up my skin, even though it is a pressed powder. Still did a nice job at warming everything up. Next for the eyebrow products, the eyebrow powder was a great quality. I did a great job of filling in my eyebrows. I definitely see myself using this on an everyday basis, as long with the eyebrow pencil. This eyebrow pencil really impressed me. The texture, the way that it just like glided smoothly onto my eyebrows, and for this being so cheap, like this performed better than a lot of ones I have tested out from the drugstore. So beyond impressed with that. For the Fluff Hold Laminating Brow Wax, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, this is an amazing brow wax. It does just, your eyebrows will not budge whenever you use this. Like I said, I wore this at the gym. My eyebrows stay in place. This is amazing. Just like the blush wand, this gets a 10 out of 10 rating for me, along with the powders as well. Cannot recommend that to you guys enough. As for the eyeshadow palette, I really do love the mattes. Like I feel like the mattes performed incredibly well. The shimmers were a letdown, but I feel like overall I would still recommend you guys picking this up because the mattes, you guys can tell, like it did a great job at blending and they were not patchy. And again, for being so affordable, like you cannot beat it. Next for the Liquid Eyeliner, I feel like this Liquid Eyeliner did a really nice job at it was very pigmented. I like the fine point on it because I feel like it was very easy to make really sharp lines, and overall, like I did not notice, like so far after I sprayed my setting spray, did not notice any movement. I feel like it is setting really nicely in place, so I would recommend you guys picking this one up as well. For the highlighter, I did like it, but I feel like it looked a little bit powdery, but overall, like once I set it with setting spray, it still does leave like a nice glow behind on my skin, so this is pretty nice. I'd probably give that like a 5 out of 10 as well. Next for the liquid glitter, this little liquid glitter eyeliner, this is amazing. I'm going to definitely see if they have more shades available because I am beyond impressed with this. Like, it did such a beautiful job at brightening up the inner corner of my eyes, and the formula feels very, like once you put this on, like it's not going to go anywhere. You can just tell that it is set, and I cannot recommend this to you guys enough. Love that. For the eyeliner, I wasn't really impressed with the eyeliner. I feel like it's not going to be very long lasting, and it was kind of difficult to apply onto my upper lash line, so I would say skip on the eyeliner. As for the mascara, definitely pass on the mascara because I feel like this mascara, it's definitely that type of formula. It's like more of a wet formula, and I feel like in the heat, humidity, it's going to wind up transferring because once I looked up when it was still drying, it got like onto the top of my eyelid and then underneath as well. So I would say skip on this, even though the packaging is really cute. I would say pass on it and get the original Maybelline Lots of Lashes because that one is amazing. As for the lashes, these lashes are amazing quality. They feel very lightweight on my eyes. When I first applied them, they feel a little bit uncomfortable, but now that they've been on for like a half hour, I do not even notice that I'm wearing them anymore. So these are definitely worth it as well. What else am I forgetting here? Oh, for both of the lip products, skip on both of these. The lip liner was very hard and uncomfortable. I did not like it at all. Same with the liquid lipstick. I mean, I love the color, but the formula still feels very dry. I did not like this one at all. I would say pass on that. For the setting spray, I feel like it did a great job at setting my makeup. The mister is a little bit intense, but still, I feel like you can get past it. And yeah, I would say I would definitely recommend this one. And then finally, for these little puffs, these were really nice quality. Like, I was surprised. Like, I didn't think that I would like these considering that I have dry skin, but I feel like they did a great job at just setting the powder on my skin perfectly. And yeah, I could not recommend these to you guys enough as well. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed my full face of Temu makeup. I really enjoyed putting this video together. This is probably like the most fun that I have had recording in a while. So once again, thank you all for the love and support. If you have any video ideas for me, please leave them in the comments below. It'll be very greatly appreciated. I have some more videos coming up very, very soon. And once again, thank you guys for the love and support. It does not go unnoticed, and I will be talking to you guys very, very soon. Love you.